Morning.
Morning, Judge.
How are you
Good
doing?
morning.
Ms. Valdezell, you're joining us. And tell us. Not going to be.
I'll be handling it this morning. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Verdiana. This is Verdiana Gutierrez. Is that the screen, Verdiana Hernandez? Miss.
Buenos días, señora Gutiérrez. Viridiana Gutiérrez es la que está en la pantalla como Viridiana Hernández. ¿Es usted?
Yes, my name is Viridiana Hernandez because I married. Gutierrez was my ex-married name.
Okay. And we also have the student. Is the Francisco? Is he
Yeah.
online?
He's here in the house with me, not next to me. Do you need him to have, do I need to have him next to me?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me 1 second.
This is Moorhead, correct? Okay, we have to get the truant conduct rights to the minor and a plea form. He emailed it to the email on file. It was rejected. So let me get her on the screen. We'll see how we can get that to her.
Your Honor, good morning. I'm the assistant principal at Moorhead. Just to let you know, I have a little bit of a cough, and if I start coughing, I might put myself on mute real quick, okay?
That's fine. Thank you. Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, he's
If you,
here.
if you can
Walking in the
unmute.
door.
Okay. An email that we can send you some documents? Ms. Hernandez,
Yes,
do you have an email that we can send some documents?
yes, sir.
Okay, what is the email?
It's Viri, V as in Victor, IRI, at EMS Serot, SERROT.com.
Okay. Okay, that's VIRI
Correct.
at EMS, and then I lost you after that.
Serot, SERROT.com.
That's VIRI at EMS SERROT.com.
Correct.
Okay, is Francisco with you? There's a
Yes.
truant conduct rights information in the plea form that I need to look at, and do you have the ability to print it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you have the ability to scan it and send it back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Juanita, if you got that email, if you please email those to her.
I'll get that email from you. I'll go out there.
You need the email from me?
Yes, please.
VIRI at EMS SERROT.com.
EMSSERROT.com.
Yes.
Okay, Judge.
How old is Francisco?
15.
Okay, Mrs. Hernandez, we are going to email you a truant conduct rights information sheet. You and your son need to read that. And also a plea form.
Okay.
And these are both on behalf of Francisco. And you read the rights first, just acknowledge the rights. If you have any questions, let us know. And then on the plea form, he's either going to plead guilty. On plea form here before me. Juanita, we need to make sure we send them the right plea form. Are you on this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Because I just have the parent form. We need to send the
Oh,
truant.
for the student as well?
Yeah, send the, no, just send the student stuff. I'm gonna take an oral plea from the mother.
Oh, okay, okay. Even if there's no case on file for the student? It's
There's
just
no
on the
case?
parent.
Oh, it's just on the parent. Oh, why do we
Yes,
have the
it's-
truant rights? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was confused. Okay, so we don't have a case on the student.
No, it's only on
Okay.
parent.
Never mind. Mrs. Hernandez, I'm sorry. I had some wrong forms in front of me. Ms. Hernandez, we don't have a case against the student, it's just against you. Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, have you received a copy of the complaint?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hernandez, I'm sorry. Okay. How would you like to plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty, okay. And the last pled date in the complaint is April 9th, 2021. Who is testifying as to attendance?
I will, Your Honor. I'm the assistant principal at Moorhead.
How has the attendance been since April 9th?
Okay, I have the whole year. I don't have it since April 9th. This is the first court date with him. You want it since April 9th? I can look it up.
Please.
real quick. Claudia, my attendance clerk might be on. If you can hear me, Claudia, can you also be looking for it at the same time? You might be faster than me.
Yes, ma'am. Let me run to my desktop.
Okay,
I have it here in front of me, Miss Haugen.
okay, since April 9 though. He only wants it since April 9. So don't go to the total.
23 days.
Yeah, 23 with today or 24 with today?
With today.
Yes, sir.
23 full days since the
Yes,
last
sir. He
pled date in the
hasn't, he
complaint?
hasn't attended school, sir.
When he was attending, is he attending remotely or in person?
Since the school year began, the first week of school, he stopped attending because mother felt that it was dangerous for him to attend via Zoom because there might be predators or impersonators on Zoom. And there could be like things coming up that uninvited guests might, flash themselves or things to that effect. And she did not feel comfortable with the way we were doing virtual instruction, so he did not attend virtually. He has not come in person or virtually the entire year, basically. On February 12th, we had a meeting because he does fall under special ed. And we discussed his attendance, his grades. His grades obviously were not good. And mother said that she would begin to send him. He came for a couple of days after that meeting, and then again, he hasn't come. And at that meeting, mom said that he wasn't coming because he was doing cross-country trucking with his stepdad. And so when we had the meeting, Francisco actually logged on from his cell phone, and he was in the cabin of a truck traveling somewhere in the Midwest. So he has not come to school.
Ms. Hernandez, what would you like to state?
Let me ask Ms. Haugen, prior to COVID, so prior to distance learning being a thing, had he, and I know this is beyond the scope of the dates filed, but I'm trying to see if there's a history or pattern. Prior to COVID, what was his attendance like before all of this?
It was poor, but it wasn't to this extent. I mean, he did have not great attendance, but it wasn't just not coming every single day. I mean,
But
we
it's
did get him
perennially
here
been
a
an
couple of
issue.
days a week. We'd get him a couple of days a week. The teacher could work with him, possibly catch him up or get some work done with him, but we haven't seen him at all. this
So it
year.
has been perennially an issue, not just beginning with COVID.
Right.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, I guess, let me say, so I'm from the district attorney's office. My name is Adan Valdez, I'm supervisor here. In my opinion, truancy cases go down one of two roads. Road one is the road that everybody here would want, which is simply student returns to school, gets back on track with grades, continues to progress through. Everybody here wants that. The problem is we don't necessarily get to decide whether that ends up being what happens or not. That's kind of between you and your child. So road two is the one that nobody wants, which is this. Mom gets fined. Guess what? That's not the end of the story because of the absenteeism continues. The school files again. Here we go again. Mom gets fined again, and the fines potentially go up and up and up. Nobody wants that. That's not going to make things happy at home, and it's not going to solve the problem. So the simple solution would be road number one. Are there any objections to the child returning to school and getting back on track?
No objections.
Ms. Hernandez?
Ms. Hernandez.
I mean, I would like to commit, and I've given Ms. Haugen my word, but I've had to call the policeman myself because I can't, to be honest, he's a 6'2" child. I'm a single parent. I got married again, but my husband's a truck driver. We tried to get him on the truck to see if he would connect himself. He would tell my husband he was connected. My husband thinking he was doing what he was supposed to, until we figured out he wasn't. And to this point, I'm being honest, he refuses completely. I moved from Fabens here because he didn't feel comfortable. I work in Canutillo. I have internet. I have everything for him. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point. I want to tell you, I'm going to send him to school and I'm going to do my part. I really do, but I have to be sitting in an office at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a struggle for me to even get him out of bed. I'm being honest. I'm not excusing myself. I've called Ms. Haugen myself. I've called the school and asked to have security sent over, and they tell me they can't help me with that. So to be honest, I want him to go to school. I want him to finish school, but he's in a point where he tells me he's not going to go to school. He doesn't care if I pay a fine. So I don't know what to do, to be honest. I've seeked out policeman help. I've called the school. I'm at a loss. He's home sitting, doing nothing, literally.
So let me ask, I'm sorry, go ahead, Judge.
Is the father involved?
No, his biological father left 5 years ago. I'm the only one. And my now husband that tries to help, but we've gotten into more arguments trying to help him than anything. Like nothing works for him. We motivated him. We try as much. I called Ms. Haugen personally and at 7:30 in the morning, like, what do I do? How do I drag him? But I also have to work and to pay bills. So either I stop working to baby him here at home to make sure he's on the computer, or I've sent him to school and he pretends he's walking and he doesn't, or I'm late to work to the point where they've already given me a final warning because I'm here trying to get him to school. So I don't know what to do at this point.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Hernandez, on a morning basis, when you say I try and get him, you say I try and get him to school, are you driving him to the school and dropping him off, or what is that morning routine?
It's a battle. Sometimes I'm waiting for him in the car and all of a sudden he's already walking in the back of the apartments and I'm like, where are you at? Or he won't pick up his phone and I can't get him in the car. I'm honest. He's a huge boy.
Okay,
So,
let me bring it back to the question that I'm asking though. What is the game plan for the morning? Does mom take him to school? Is he to walk to school? Is he to take the bus?
No, I usually take him to school.
Okay. And so at the time that you're getting ready, you're getting yourself ready in the morning to go to work. And at the time that you're getting ready to leave the house, where is he physically at that point?
In bed.
Okay. Judge, I know that the filing was only as to mom, but if the court would entertain, I think it might be useful for us to have a dialogue directly with the student at that point, if the court is so inclined.
That's fine. You can, you're proposing to file against the student as well?
Well, I'm proposing to have a conversation with him right now and see if we can get a little further information.
Oh, on the screen. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Let's find out. Francisco, is he available? Is he there? Francisco, what's going on? Why aren't you going to school?
I like cool.
You don't like school?
No.
Well, let me talk to them. Let's get the mom back on. Just, I'd like to more questions. Okay,
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, and then Ms. Haugen, last year he was attending school. Like on how much was he missing? Like
Okay, I pulled up his records for last year. Last year I have 41 state reported days, 266 periods. So like I said, he'd come, out of the 180 days of school, he missed 40 days. He'd come a couple of times a week, 2 or 3 days a week, but he would miss frequently. It was a pattern.
did he pass?
Last year, yes, he is in a special ed setting. So the teachers are always accommodating and take whatever work he turns in, and the goal is to get him to pass. Mother did call me last year many times, frustrated with him. This year I have not heard from mom, and we've been the ones reaching out. This year has been a little different. And the reason we did file on mom is because he was allowed to travel cross country. So that's when we felt that mom was kind of encouraging him not to go to school and start working, basically.
Okay, Mrs. Hernandez, has there been any event or anything that's happened in the last this last semester that you think has increased the amount of going to school, or do you think he's just taking advantage of the fact that it's remote?
I wouldn't say he's taking advantage because when Ms. Haugen mentioned that I refused to send him was because there was a situation where he was accused of doing something that he wasn't supposed to. And at the end of the day, the teacher called me back and told me it was not actually my son. And that's when I took, I was concerned that the school didn't have any security measures as far as the kids being on Zoom. I know Francisco's capabilities of managing to his ways. The fact that I send him cross country is because I'm a person that's usually ill. I just had emergency surgery on Sunday, and sometimes I rely a lot on him to take care of me or to be with me at the hospital because I don't want to leave him at home. I have spoken to Ms. Haugen about that situation. I have nobody to take care of Francisco here. Although he's a big boy, he's still underage. So when I'm hospitalized, he's with me. I sent him across country because I figured, he would be able to do it remote. He could be supervised by my husband and it would work out perfectly fine. And I did discuss this with his teacher, which Ms. Haugen found out, and she wasn't agreeing with the teacher that he should be only logging in to do schoolwork. And that was a miscommunication from the school. The teacher was fine with him doing Schoology and just logging in to take out his work. But I guess Ms. Haugen wasn't aware of the situation. So when they mentioned that they feel that I encouraged him not going to school, I had already spoken to the teacher about it. But she has been in communication with me, and she's been the person to try to motivate him at all times to finish school. I'll be honest, nothing major has happened in my perspective. I think he has everything he needs, but I'm not sure what has triggered the fact that he just doesn't want school anymore at all. I wouldn't be able to answer that for him.
Do you have other children in the household?
I don't. I do have a daughter who lives with my parents, but here at home, he's just by himself.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I am a operations manager for a freight company.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, and how long have you been at that position?
10 years.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Valdez, we can have Mr. Francisco. If you get Francisco back on the screen, please. Mr. Valdez, if you had any questions of Francisco.
I think so. Okay, so Francisco, I think you're seeing the frustration that you not going to school is causing your mom. I hope you see by their participation here on the Zoom, you have a whole lot of people from your school that are here. They're not all required to be here, so it means that they're taking an interest in trying to get you back in school. You said earlier, I don't like school. what is it specifically that is keeping you from wanting to go?
Nothing.
Nothing? Are you getting picked on? Is there something?
No.
Okay, then I think you heard me when I told mom, these type of cases go one of two ways. The problem gets solved or the problem gets worse. It's one of the two. You're a healthy guy. You have the ability to get transported to school. Your mom's willing to drop you off. All you have to do is the same thing that anybody else your age has to do, is get up on time, take a shower, get dressed, and get to school. What's going to happen? We either fix the problem or mom continues to get hauled into court and get fined, and that's not going to make things happy at home. So what are we going to do?
Solve the problem.
Solve the problem? So are you willing to, even when you don't feel like it and you're getting woken up at 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning and you want to stay in bed, you're going to be willing to get up, get dressed, and get to school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what's going to happen if you don't do that?
Mom is gonna get fined.
Okay. And if you continue to not do that, what's going to continue to happen after that? Again. And not to be threatening, and please don't take it as this, but at some point, you can be held responsible. There is the possibility, there is the potential of referring these sorts of situations to the juvenile probation department. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. But you kind of decide whether you force the issue in that direction or not. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So just take care of it. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Administration, what's the recommendation? Is this school year salvageable for him?
Well, again, his teacher that he's assigned to, because he only basically goes to one teacher except for electives, works with him. She emails mom and sends some work for him to do, and if he does anything, she gives him a grade. So she's somebody that, again, the way mother was saying that the teacher and that's in attendance, that's my role. So Ms. Montero is all about loving the kids and getting them to do some work. In no way does she ever want to make Francisco feel that she's picking on him or getting on him. So that's why she's always been so positive with the mother and with the son, and that's her role. But she will work with him, and I'm sure that if Francisco comes back next week is STAR testing. Francisco is a smart kid. He can pass the STAR. If he passes the STAR, that is one of the factors for promotion. So it's either they pass all their classes or they pass STAR. So there's a very good potential that he can pass the school year if he comes next week, takes his STAR exams, and works with his teacher. But he really needs to be here every day from now till the end, which is.
And just to be clear, the administration is recommending in-person learning.
I do. And that's what we recommended at that meeting in February. And mom said that was fine. She would be sending him back, but he only came for 2 days.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we recommend.
Mom, I saw you're following along with that. Here's the good news. He still has the ability to salvage this school year. So it's not going to be, probably not by grade wise, but apparently nowadays you have a second option. So he still has a swing at the bat to still be able to get through this school year and continue going. So he's given me his commitment. I ask you to stay on him. Here is the part that you can contribute though. Even when he is frustrating, if he doesn't hold up to his end of the bargain, you can't give him alternative options like going on road trips with stepdad. There can't be an option B, because if there's an option B, he's going to gravitate towards it. There is only option A, which is go to school. Can we have your commitment to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Judge, I don't want to belabor the point. If I could just address your son one last time.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
All right. There's a whole lot of people spending a whole lot of time this morning on just you. So that should make you feel like, hey, people actually care about whether I get back on track or not. you still have a chance to make this school year a win. So for as far back in points as you are now, we're late in the fourth quarter. There is still enough time left on the shot clock for you to be able to get some points on the board. Did you follow all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm asking you to give me now you're not a kid anymore. You're still a juvenile, but you're not a kid. So I'm going to ask you to give me your word as a man that you are going to do your part.
Yes.
I have your word on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's the best we can hope for. Judge, and I'm assuming summer school, Ms. Haugen, is going to be necessary to try and get him back on track?
Going to be an option, yes, sir.
Judge, I
And
would
if I
ask,
may, we do have art today scheduled at 10:20 with Mom. I want to like to remind you to see if you can join us. We emailed you the Zoom link so that we can meet with you for another art to discuss options, please.
Hernandez, are you planning on attending?
I do have, because I was out of work for a couple of days, but yeah, my son's more important. I'll make
This is a
sure.
priority.
Yes, I'll speak to my boss.
Okay, this is a priority. You need to attend this art. Now, let me ask you a few other things. Are you enrolled on Parent Portal?
Through the district?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you monitoring it?
No, sir.
Okay, well, that's a great tool, particularly for people such as you that are busy with work and other responsibilities. You can Parent Portal at any time. You can find out if you dropped them off at school, if you walked to school, if you really did attend, and you can find out that day, and you can take it up with Francisco that day, as opposed to finding out, when you get the robocall or when you get the report card or attendance report. So you're ordered to enroll on the Parent Portal if you're not already. If you need any assistance in getting enrolled, you can go to the school and talk with administration. They'll walk through the process with you.
Yes, sir.
To monitor that on a daily basis. So that gives you a portal where you can talk to the teachers, find out if he's completing his assignments, find out if he was late. You can keep up on his daily routine on a daily basis and on a live basis. Okay. But I also want you to discuss with him how his day went too. It's going to take a diligent effort on your part to monitor Francisco and get him back on the right path. And you're going to have to prioritize and you're going to have to concentrate on that. Now, is he getting any counseling?
Yes, I believe he has counseling services.
He does? Okay. Is he attending them?
That would be through special ed. And since he hasn't come, I don't think he's been attending.
Okay.
That's something we can address in the art today if you like, Judge.
Okay. Okay, I think this counseling is very important in this case to assist him in his feelings about attending school. And I think that's a priority too, that you have to get him to attend these counseling sessions. Mr. Hernandez, do you have other concerns?
No, sir.
Okay. So you're to enroll in the portal, monitor his attendance on a daily basis. He cannot have any unexcused absences. He's ordered to attend in person. And has the determination for summer school, hasn't that already been made?
Judge, can you add that to what you're just talking about,
Yes.
summer school? I'm emailing the summer school coordinator and letting her know that he needs to be on the list. And that'll, even if it's not for grades, it needs to be to make up some attendance. And I'm sure, you know.
Okay, I have that in. I have ordered attending summer school. But my question was, have they already identified the students that need summer school?
I need to talk to our our summer school coordinator, see if he's on the list, but he should be.
Okay, okay. Okay, he's ordered to attend summer school. Ms. Haugen, if you can kind of give her just a short summary of the term of summer school, the dates and so forth, and where it's going to be.
The summer school is extremely short this summer. I believe it's only 2 weeks. We're going to have a quick turnaround this year. School is going to start the first week of August now. So everything is going to be a quick turnaround, Ms. Hernandez. I'll give you exact dates as soon as I talk to the coordinator. When we have the art today, I'll give you everything. And if you need to do any paperwork, I'll check with her.
Okay.
Okay.
Mrs. Hernandez, any concerns about summer school?
No, sir.
Okay.
Lo que dure, you're going.
Yeah, now that would be a good opportunity. Francisco,
Yes, sir.
summer school would be a good opportunity to catch up and a good opportunity the more you attend school, the more you're going to like it, the more you're going to build your self-esteem. You're going to feel like you belong. And so
Yes, sir.
school is an important factor in getting on the right path.
Yes, sir.
I know it's been rough this last year doing it remotely and being kicked back and forth between remote and in person, but you need to attend in person, get on a routine to where you're attending each and every day. And things are going to get better as long as you do your part and attend school.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to attend summer school. Recommendations? Anybody?
Summer school starts on June 21st till July 2nd.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 2 weeks, if that. Is it even 2 weeks? Very short.
It's like 10 days. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wish they had that summer school when I was in school. Golly, I had to spend my whole summer in school.
And
Okay.
it's only 4 hours a day, so it's not very long.
And is it at Moorhead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's in person. There is no virtual option.
Okay. Okay. Let's, when's the last, Juanita, can we get a date? When is the last day of school this year?
June 15, I believe.
June 15th, okay. I don't want to interfere with any testing or anything like that, but Juanita, if we can get a date towards the end of school, just to make sure that he's on course to attend summer school, and he has been attending. Juanita, are you there? Yes,
Yes, Judge, I'm sorry.
that's right.
I have, do you want 2 weeks out, Judge? Sorry.
I think so, yes, yes.
May 27th at 9, would that work?
Does that work for everybody, May 27th at 9 a.m.? That should be a Thursday.
Okay. Do you want to do it the first week of summer school so we can let you know if he's been attending?
May 27th, that would be June 21st.
First week of, I don't know. What do you all think?
Let me make this suggestion, just as what I think would maybe make sense. If we stick with May 27th, that's going to tell us if we're starting off on a good foot. If not, then we can impose the fine at that point. And then if that doesn't correct the problem, we still have time to file for the last couple of days before the end of the year. And so there'll be a round 2 if we don't get off to a good start from here. That would be my suggestion.
Okay.
I agree. I think we should stick with the May 27th at 9 a.m. And if necessary, we can have even another status hearing after that at the beginning of summer school.
Okay.
Okay, so May 27th, 21 at 9 a.m. So Mrs. Hernandez, you will get Zoom information. We have your email, correct, Ms. Hernandez? Yes, you
Yes,
just
sir.
earlier at the beginning of the meeting. Okay. We will email you the Zoom information. If Francisco can be available at that time as well. Well, I take that back. No,
Could be in school.
he'd be in school. I want him in school. I don't want him on the Zoom, so I want him in school rather than being on the Zoom. Okay. Anything else from anybody?
So I'll expect him here tomorrow, or are you going to bring him in
Let's go today.
this afternoon?
Ms. Hernandez, he needs to be back now.
This afternoon? Okay.
Yeah, we're finished with the Zoom hearing. You can take him to school now.
Okay.
Francisco?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to start off today. You're going to go back to school today and you're going to go to school tomorrow and each day thereafter, correct?
Sir.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ms. Hernandez, take him to school today and we will see you back on May 27th, 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Valdez.
Hunter.
Thank you, Judge. Is there any further business before the court this morning?
No, I believe that's the only one.
Okay, permission to be excused.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.